Okay, here's Mary and Dan Graham, and they will tell us about some of their experiences. How many years have you guys been here?
I think this is our 14th season.
Okay, and tell us how you got into this, Mary. What were some of the experiences you had?
Well, when I first heard about pickleball, I was back in Wisconsin. Dan was a junior high teacher, or middle school teacher now, and he would come home all excited that they had played pickleball today. He was a Phi Ed teacher. And I'd say, oh, that's nice. I mean, I had no idea what he was talking about. I thought it was some kind of baseball. And then when we came down here to Happy Trails way back in the late 90s, there was a pickleball court at Cascade. And that's when I actually realized what he was talking about. And he was so excited because he could play this pickleball game.
I think that's a great story. Dan, tell us about how you got it at school.
Well, we would teach tennis in the fall and badminton in the winter, and we needed some other racket type of game to add to our curriculum. So I sent for information to Seattle, Washington about pickleball, and we incorporated it into our curriculum so that the kids would have badminton in 7th grade, pickleball in 8th grade, and then revert back to badminton in 9th grade. And they picked up pickleball really fast, and it was a easier game to play even than the badminton. The kids had a whole lot of trouble learning to serve in badminton, but they picked up the pickleball skills very quickly, and it was a very successful unit.
Yeah, in our high school, they still were just teaching tennis, and they could have been teaching pickleball because it started in Seattle, but the class were still just teaching tennis, and the kids get out there and get bored because they can't hit the darn ball.
Yeah, the tennis skills are really hard, particularly to serve.
Yeah, sure. So that's great that you did that, Dan. I'm just impressed that a school from back east would get this game going back there. That's wonderful. So Dan, you played many tournaments here in Happy Trails, right?
Well, in the beginning, yes. So we played a lot of tournaments. We had the first ASO tournament here at Happy Trails, and I think we hosted that for 2 years before it moved to a different site. We played in that every year, and a couple others down the road. Mesa had a tournament at Venture Out that we played in. So yeah, there were not as many tournaments as there are now, but there were tournaments available to us.
And who are some of the people you played with back then?
Well, I played with Dick Weisenhoff and Ron Lehman and Tom Harvey as partners. We had Herb
Wilkie. Herb Wilkie.
Herb Wilkie and Earl Hill, and many of the other old timers, Al Hall, John Johnson,
Bob
Bernie
George.
Merrifield.
Bob George, I meant.
Bob George, yes, and of course Don Walker was playing at that
Don Walker,
time.
of course, yes. Okay, thank you, Dan. That'll be great. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate your thoughts.